Remember the Game Boy? Remember the Tetris game bundled in with the Game Boy? Well, guess what? The N64 had Tetris too, and I'm not just talking about like the whole Game Boy accessory one. No, the Game Boy had something called Tetrisphere. Let me get it real quick. Oh yeah, look at this. Tetrisphere. Rated kids to adults. I don't know, this game's kind of stressful. I think it should be rated like AO, like strictly adults, because this shit's stressful as God knows. Oh god damn, this game can go to hell. So I'll tell you everything about this game, rank it, and yeah, it's a really fun game, so we'll get into it. So I just want to say this real quick. Get this game while it's cheap. This is like I got this for like $15. You can probably get it for cheaper. This is probably gonna go up in value because this is a really good game, and I don't know. I feel like once people start like seeing this game more and more and like realizing how good it is, it's gonna become a little more expensive, a little more rare. I don't know. I feel like in like a year it's gonna be worth like maybe like $20-$25. So I'd get this when you can get it for like 15. So yeah, I do that quickly. That's just me though. That's just like a prediction. I'm not psychic. I'm just saying a lot of video games, especially older ones that are hidden gems. Once people really start seeing how good they are, those things go up in value. It's crazy. So Tetrisphere is really good. I'm not sure if it already went up in value. Maybe it did. Maybe it didn't. Who knows? Well, I don't. Maybe you guys do. But let's get into it. So obviously, like every review, we got 4 things: gameplay, story, graphics, and controls. It's really 3 things because I don't give a shit about graphics. You can give me like I had like an Atari flashback. I didn't give a shit. I played Hangman on that. That was fun. Yeah, Hangman on the Atari. Yeah, it sucked ass. But let's get into it. So the gameplay for Tetrisphere. Using the N64, I'm not sure if this release, it was probably only N64 because Tetris is like, I think Tetris around that time was like strictly kind of like a Nintendo thing. I'm not sure though, but you use the D-pad to move your stuff. Okay, so let's just get this way. You got a couple game modes. You got, for single player, you got versus. You can have versus where you just go against like a person. You also have versus against a CPU. That's single player. You got rescue, which is what we're gonna get into first. You got time trial, and then you got puzzle. So we're gonna get into all 3 of those. And yeah, so for rescue, the controls for rescue is you use your D-pad to move your blocks. You use B to grab, and then A to drop. And your main goal is to try to knock out and get rid of all the blocks in the area, and then you move on to the next puzzle. So yeah, it's pretty simple. It's a nice little time waster. Then we got time trials. You just try to get past as many levels as you can in a certain amount of time. Same controls, except you use your D-pad to move around. You use A to drop. And I don't think B has like any value. Also, you can get items, and you can use the down arrow on the C. You can use the down C button to use it. So that's that. Notice how I'm kind of like skimming through those because the real thing is rescue. That's the real game mode of this. So you'll be in a sphere, right? And you use the D-pad to move around like all of them. You use A to drop. And then you use the down arrow on the C-stick to, use magnets. What was it, like a grenade or something? No, it was a magnet, dynamite, and a missile. Or no, it's a firework. And then, yeah. I don't know. I don't know how you go from a magnet, a firework, and then a bomb, just dynamite. Just like, screw it. I mean, like, they should use a missile. You're gonna use dynamite, go all the way. Might as well like give yourself like an AK-47, just like shoot at the blocks, get rid of that shit, make it look like a school in like America. I'm not sure. I might get canceled for that one. Your goal in rescue is to get rid of all the layers until you reveal the core, and then if there's no blocks blocking the core, it will break. and you want to make a hole so that way the little sphere inside, I guess, I don't know what it is, the little fucking sphere or something. It's like a little sphere, and you want to get out. So yeah, that's how that works. It's nothing revolutionary. It's definitely not just normal Tetris. They definitely did make it more unique, so I really like that. I feel like that's just perfect. I think the people who made Tetris, I think they were really putting their brains together, and the way they made that was actually really good, because just having like normal Tetris on the N64, they're like, oh, 3D Tetris, it feels like everything's just 3D. Oh, look at that shit. It's just 3D block hitting that 3D platform, causing that 3D road to just disappear out of thin air. 3D Tetris. Buy it for the N64. Yeah, like, the Tetrisphere, they really try to make it unique, and they did it perfectly. Then we got story. I don't think there really is a story for Tetrisphere. I think you just play Tetrisphere. I know once you get to like episode 10, level 10, which is, yeah, that's what we call it. So like every world's like it's called an episode. So you get to 1010, you have a final boss fight. I don't know what that's like. I haven't gone that far. We're gonna get into something special though. When you're playing Tetrisphere Rescue, at least that's what I'm concerned. Maybe it might be in time. Yeah, I think it's in time trial too. Time trial and rescue mode. If you're doing good, the game will try to zoom up the screen. And thing is, you can only mess up 3 times. So it will keep on doing this until you screw up. It will try to screw you up until you do screw up. And then when that happens, it stops for like a minute or two, and then it does that right again. And that shit gets fast. Like the first level, like I don't even think it does in like the first level. I think it only does that like late episode 1, maybe like episode level 3 in episode 1. So I don't know, but it's not like that fast. But like the one I'm on, Jesus Christ, that thing is zooming up so goddamn fast. But that shit needs to calm down. All right, so. Yeah, I don't think there is a story for Tetrisphere. I think it's literally just Tetris in this goddamn sphere for the N64. Now we're moving on to the next thing. Graphics. The graphics for its time, I guess, might have been good. It's Tetris. Not really. The graphics, it's Tetris. Like, I don't know. Like, what do you want me to say about the Tetris graphics? They made the blocks look nice textures on the block. It's Tetris. Tetris like the most basic game in the world. I'm sorry, but there's never been a story for Tetris. It's just Tetris, blocks and shit, shapes. You like geography? Play Tetris. So yeah, graphics. It's good for Tetris, I guess. It looks nice on the N64. I like it. I'm not gonna be too critical about it though, because I don't give a shit about graphics as long as it has a good story and fun gameplay. I couldn't give a shit. And then we get to the fun thing, the controls, and do they work well? I said how it controls, but does it work well? So, the controls for this work surprisingly well. I love the controls, honestly. They're really comfortable. I feel like even though the N64 has like a 3-prong kind of thing, it's kind of nice, because you know, you can be playing Tetrisphere, and the 3rd prong in the middle can be used as like a dildo to suck on if you get horny. I don't know. But yeah, that's about it, really. There's nothing really special. Again, like, it's just kind of, you know, it's Tetris. I really can't say anything else about it. I mean, like, listen, Tetrisphere is a good game. Okay, I know, like, it's not like I'm being kind of an asshole. I'm making fun of it. Because, you know, like, I'm not really giving a shit, because it's just Tetris. Tetris has always been, like, Tetris, like, sometimes it has a good series, sometimes it makes, like, the worst shit known to man, sometimes it's good. And when it is good, it is good, and I think Tetrisphere is definitely when it is good. And I have to give Tetrisphere a, 8.5 out of 10. I know that's, like, higher than when I gave Mario 64, which I know some people are gonna bash me, but, like, I'm ranking a Tetris game. Okay. When I was ranking Mario 64, I was ranking Mario 64 as a Mario game, not an N64 game. I'm ranking Tetrisphere as a Tetris game, not as a N64 game. If I had to give rankings, I'd say Mario 64 is like a 9.5 out of 10, and this is like a goddamn 7 out of 10. There's a lot of N64 games I haven't played, But for Tetris games, I feel like this is a solid like 9 out of 10 for the ones I've played. It's fun. I feel like this is like a really unique take on Tetris. It's definitely like a really good switch up, because Tetris has always just been like, kind of the same goddamn thing, besides maybe like a remix of the music. That's about it. But I feel like this really made it unique, and I loved how they did it. So yeah, Tetrisphere as a Tetris game, 9 out of 10. 864 game, 7 out of 10. That's just how it is. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review of Tetrisphere. I really like this game, and I liked making this review, so I hope you enjoyed it too. Please consider subscribing, and see you guys next time. Bye-bye.